I watched that show that you did about catching the wild boar.
Oh, yes.
It impressed me. It really
The gentleman's talking about Ming's Quest, which actually is on the air now on Fine Living. Actually, they just brought East Meets West back. I'm like, who's that kid? Oh, well, that's me. Wild boar tracking. I don't know if anyone's ever been with wild boars or even come close to tracking them. I was in a horrible place called Maui. And when you hunt wild boars, you take 2 dogs, and it's incredibly graphic. You know, there aren't any like little kids. No, it's all right. But one little dog, one big dog. The little dog, they get the boar, and you can't. No human can catch a boar. Right? Boars are 250 pounds, like 240 pounds of muscle. They stink like all God. They don't take a lot of showers, wild boars. And when they're caught, they're usually stabbed in the heart, and, taken and eaten. The dogs come up. They can track them. We got one really quickly within the hour. The small dog grabs the dog's jewels. The boar lies to the ground, because apparently that must really hurt. The big dog comes and distracts it, really a big dog. Distracts it in front, and then us humans, like literally 6 minutes later, will show up, and you grab the hind legs, and then if you're going to hunt, you would stab it in the heart, and then it's all over. So the hunter comes up, I come up, the camera crew's about 5 minutes behind us because there's just too much equipment, hands me the left leg, and I'm like, I can't say it, but what the bleep am I supposed to do with this left leg? Just don't let bleeping go. So like, I'm not feeling, and this boar was, I don't know if you've seen wild boars, they have tusks like big as these knives, and sharper than the strand knives, and all they want to do is cut you because they're getting killed. And we're like this, and he's trying. I'm literally scared. This guy has like, and I thought I had big arms. His arms are like 4 times the size of my arms. So this guy's done a lot of wild boar catching. And so finally, the crew comes up, and blah, blah, blah. Long story short, we got to take it, and we got to let the boar go. And the boar was totally confused when we let it go. He like turned around, like, "You're not killing me," and took off. And but that was my life was not really in mine because it could have cut me. It could have never really killed me. The one time I thought, I guess I have to go after this, one time I thought I actually was going to die was sort of close to here. It was Lake Geneva. So where, the Wrigley's and all these people would go to a beautiful resort in the winter. The quest was ice fishing and ice sailing. And the ice fishing was fine, very gentle. You drill a hole, you try to catch. Of course, I didn't catch anything, which is really hard to do a fish cooking show when you don't catch enough fish. But I do produce. We said, that's okay. I can trade. I'm Chinese. So I cooked up bratwurst and beer with caramelized apples and cabbage and onions. And I brought 2 bratwurst and 2 Hamm's beers to this guy that caught like 10 fish. And he gave me 4 fish for his lunch. So that's how we did the show. The part that almost died is we did ice sailing. The first day I went in this beautiful fiberglass boat, 1 blade up front, 2 behind, national champion, 65-year-old guy, nicest guy in the world, 95 miles down the ice, like zoom, 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 easy. The next day, we're wearing full helmet, goggles, full mask, right, because of the shavings. The next day, my other producer was like, we got to get the camera in the boat, and this boat's too small, so we got a bigger one. This happened to be the Wrigley's, one of the Wrigley's family's first boats, made out of wood, with 2 blades in front and 1 in the back, much less stable, with a big basket that could fit 4 people. And so the camera guy, myself, the captain, and his first mate could come into this basket. The writing was on the wall, though, when my captain put on a leather Hannibal Lecter mask. Spikes, the whole 9 yards, and I'm like, this is not going to be good. And he's like, you ready, Nick? I'm like, what are we doing? And we get in the boat, and after it gets to 60 miles an hour, and it hikes up on 2 blades. It comes down. It only hiked up like 6 inches, but it felt like 10 feet. And long story short, it hiked up the third time it hiked up, we're going 70 miles an hour. It falls, the back rudder flips 90 degrees, the captain comes flying over my head. Bad sign. We stopped on a dime from 70 to 0, and then we all went flying out 70 miles an hour. And it's just like in the TV. Everything's surreal, in slow motion, in white, because the ice was white, the clouds were white, the sail was white, and you're just flying through the air, you hear nothing, and then you're just waiting, and I didn't know where the ice was. And I landed, fortunately, on the biggest part of me, which is my butt. I landed on it and slid like 200 yards. And I don't know if you've ever been on a lake. The ice is rough. It's not like an ice skating rink. And I couldn't sit down for 2 weeks. The camera was blown, a wrist broken by a camera guy. That was my closest. So So now I like shrimp, shrimp mousse and egg yolks. We have to go. Listen.